So hi guys and welcome back. A few days ago, well some time ago, we took a first look at the RunCam OL. And then I also promised you to take a second look where we actually try this out, and I promised you even more. I promised you to take a second look including this IR LED ring which I have. So why do we need an IR LED ring? Because this is already a night vision camera, right? Well, it's not. The RunCam OL, like many other cameras for night flying, is not night vision. It is just very, very light sensitive. That means as soon as you have some light around, this will work much, much better than your usual daylight FPV cameras. But if you're in the pitch black night, then even this camera can't work, because when there is no light, then all the light sensitivity you can have will be useless to you. So this is why I got this LED ring here. This is a ring of 48 infrared LEDs. And infrared LEDs are, well, fantastic or really exciting in itself, because infrared is something which you, the human eye, can't see. So all you will maybe, well, mostly can't see. All you may be able to see from this infrared is a light, faint red glimmer. But if you have a camera such as this RunCam OL, then it will be able to take advantage of the complete infrared light which you can't see. This is because this camera's lens is not IR filtered. So most daylight lenses have an IR filter on them, which makes them not sensitive to IR, to infrared. But this RunCam OL doesn't have this IR filter. So that means if we turn on this LED ring, this will provide light which the RunCam OL can use to illuminate the scene, but which we humans can't see. And this makes this exciting in itself, because that means this RunCam OL will be able to show you an image which you can't see with your human eye. So before we go into action, I will quickly show you my setup here. As I said, this is the LED ring, infrared LED ring with 48, I think, LEDs. I will link this in the description. And the nice thing about this is this hole in the middle where I have the RunCam now is just large enough with some work on the Dremel to get the RunCam through, which I did. And then I simply glued this RunCam to this LED ring with some hot glue, and this works nice. And for the LED ring itself, you can see these two connectors here, where you just need to power it using a 3-cell LiPo. So the same as the RunCam itself. Of course, you will have to use the adapter cable for the RunCam, which I introduced in the last video. And then you will have, let's call it an active night vision camera with this RunCam. Before we go into action, I will just give you the measurements of this so that you can see how large this is, what the dimensions are, and what the weight is, in case you want to try this yourself. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look first at the width of this, well, at the size of this ring. So this ring, sorry, there we are. So this ring has a total diameter of about 60 millimeters, as you can see, so that are 6 centimeters. And let's take another look. And the width of this, the size of this, take a look here, is about 24 millimeters. So these are the basic dimensions of this ring. And now let's also take a look at the weight of this, and then we go straight into action. So as you remember, the RunCam itself without the adapter cable was 10 grams. And now with the LED ring, we arrive at 30 grams. So that means this LED ring will set you back by about 20 grams. So your craft will be about 20 grams more heavy. Of course, maybe a bit more, because you might use the adapter cable here, and of course you will also need a cable to power the ring itself. But now, enough with this talking, let's go straight into action, let's go into the pitch black night and let's go for some ghost hunting, right? Okay guys, so here we are in the pitch black night. What you can see here is my ground station and a flashlight, which we just used to set everything up. The recording which you see here is from my RunCam HD, and well, you can see other than this ground station and the flashlight, it is really pitch black. There's no moonlight, there's nothing, and the ground station will of course be turned away from where we do the actual tests, which we start right now. On the upper left you can now see the RunCam OL without any infrared illumination, and as I said, well, it is pitch black, so there is almost no light for the RunCam OL to work with. It still does its best. As you can see, you can still see more than with the RunCam HD video in the back, but well, it will probably not be able to fly with this. So I will just leave this running for you to further investigate this. What you see on the upper left is the true resolution of that. So this is the BAL resolution or NTSC resolution. I have not blown this up to the full screen. So if you want to see it nicely on your computer or something, you might want to go to full screen to see a realistic full screen resolution for that. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically walk along our flying field, which is, as you can see, really rural, so in the nowhere. And once I get back to my ground station, I will turn on the infrared and just do the same walk again. So just walk with me and let's see if we find some ghosts. Okay, so we are now back at the ground station, and as you can see, I'm turning the IR LEDs on right now. And this reveals some interesting facts. Of course, the RunCam OL in the upper left is light sensitive, so it works, I would say, rather well with these infrared LED ring, but you can also see in the background footage of the RunCam HD that when the ring is in the picture, even the RunCam HD will pick up some, of course much less, but some of that infrared light. So the RunCam HD is actually also to some extent infrared IR sensitive. What we can see here in the back was not a ghost, but my girlfriend. But what we can also see is, well, that gives a quite good range actually. So I'm putting it to the sky here and just turning it around. And yeah, so from here to the building, which you see, yeah, it's more than 10 meters at ease. And well, it gives some really good illumination, I would say. Okay, so this basically concludes this tests of the RunCam OL at pitch black night, and of course the IR blaster. Well, I really enjoyed doing this. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If so, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and please let me know what you think in the comments.